Waterwave TV, DJ Cam and he's sitting here. Waterwave TV, man. Y'all see what the fuck going on? We turned up in this bitch. Shout out Waterwave TV. Waterwave TV. Waterwave up in this bitch. Man, shout out to Waterwave. We do this shit all the time, bro.
Waterwave in this bitch.
Yes,
AC
sir.
in this bitch. You know the fucking vibes, man. Waterwave, you know what it is.
Hey, big Waterwave. Big Waterwave. Waterwave.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to a new episode of the Waterwave interview series. Still don't know what we're gonna call it. Got DJ RayMills in the building.
Yo, what's good, my guy?
Long overdue interview for show.
For real, man.
Been working in the city.
Staying busy, man. That's the only thing you can do.
How have you been now that the clubs are back open? It's been a few months and everyone's loosened up again.
Yeah, honestly, I've been super busy this year. Like, probably this is my 10th year of DJing, and January was. So, like,
Nice.
This is probably one of the busiest years I could say. And I don't know if I feel like that because coming off pandemic, so it feels like I just rushed, got back into work and I'm super busy. But I mean, I've been consistent every weekend, so traveling,
Yeah,
all
and then
of that.
so like you said, it's been the busiest DJ's ever been. Do you think, because obviously you worked for Go 95.3,
Right.
and then they disbanded or however that kind of went down.
Yeah.
Is it because you think? Because now you don't have to worry about working at the radio. Now it's strictly clubs, maybe?
I mean, kind of. I mean, I was busy when I was on the radio, but radio was a big chunk of, like, my work because it was Monday through Friday. I had to do stuff. We might have a show on the weekend, so, I had to put that aside as a whole thing and then do my separate thing as well. So, I mean, without the radio, I was busy. With the radio, I was busy. So, but
So you said you've been DJing for 10 years?
10 years
So is
this
that
year.
before you started working at the radio station then?
yeah, I was at the radio 2016 or 17, I believe, up until COVID. So, yeah.
What got you into DJing originally?
To be honest, it's crazy. I used to throw, like, house parties. Actually, before house parties, like, as a kid, I used to always burn CDs for, like, everyone in my family. Shout out to LimeWire, if you know what that is. So, like, that and, like, my honestly, my family, my mom, my dad, I grew up listening to all kinds of music. So, like, I'd be listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire, to 50 Cent, to old Snoop and Dre, like, literally anything you could think of. Chicago Deep House. My dad's from Brooklyn, New York, so I used to go out there all the time. So, like, my ear for music is just, like, all around. I lived in Texas in middle school, so I used to burn CDs, and, like, people always used to be like, let me get a CD out of your car, let me get a CD, and I'm like,
You were like you're the CD plug.
yeah, like, I had all the new music always, and like, honestly, high school, like, I used to sneak and throw parties and all that stuff in my parents' crib when they went out of town, and I like entertaining people, so, like, that kind of, like, led to DJing, but it didn't come until, like, after high school. So
That it was like, besides I'm just gonna play the music, like, I'm actually gonna
right,
be the
like, I was
DJ.
like, my dad actually, he was like, why don't you be a DJ? He used to always push me to be a producer. Like, when I was little, bought me, like, a crazy Triton board, and I, like, wanted to play video games and not produce. But, like, if I got into it then, like, 5th grade, I would be like probably way well off, but maybe a producer, not a DJ, who knows?
Or you might be a little burnt out of it too.
Yeah, true. You never know, So it's like DJ came at like 19, and so I mean, I was good at it, and I started small with college stuff, and just built up after that. So
That's dope.
yeah.
So you said you lived in Texas?
Yeah, I lived in Houston, like, middle school. My mom moved back when I graduated, so that's like my second home. She's been there for like 11 years. So
How long have you been in Minnesota then?
So I grew up in South Minneapolis, and then I moved to Houston in like 5th grade, came back in 9th grade, and then I've been here since. So and then my family moved back when I graduated, so it's always a place to go to.
That's dope. And yeah, your dad was your big musical influence in your life.
Yeah, he's in Brooklyn, New York, so I used to travel there during the summers and live in Brooklyn during the summers from like 1996 to like 2005, basically until I moved to Houston and I kind of got older, so I stopped going as much. But yeah, being in Brooklyn, you're hearing all that Funk Flex, DJ Envy, you know what I mean, all that type of stuff.
What was, I guess, like, I guess like just being in love with music was like your motivation and like the party life and stuff. But
Yeah.
what kind of made you feel like this is like what I'm meant to do? You know what I mean? Like you enjoyed doing it obviously in high school, throwing the
Right.
parties, it was fun. But like
Yeah.
obviously you kept doing it. So like what was like?
Well, you
you
know,
you're doing
like
the right thing.
my best friend, he was my neighbor in high school as well. He passed away now, RP, my boy Chris. But he was my manager at the time, and he was going to Mankato. So we used to throw like college parties down there. I was DJing it, and then they were popping. We called them the campus invasion, and so they were popping, and that kind of led me from doing college stuff, leading me to the clubs up in the Twin Cities. So when I started getting in the clubs more, it's like, I started graduating to different levels of DJing, and then people started asking me, oh, do you DJ weddings, or do you do like 16 plus parties, or like, it started going to different variations of, parties or events. And when it just became work, that's when I was like, okay, this is like, I'm getting paid to do this now. Like I like this, and I'm good at it, and it's fun. And so that's what kind of led me to like keep it going, because like the business never stopped. Like people just always were booking me. So
it was sustainable. Like you were actually getting paid and making a living off it. So
right,
it's like
not a living at first.
Yeah, not of course at first, but enough to have a light at the end of the road. Where
Exactly,
it's like, this could mean something.
Yeah, for sure. So I definitely,
Yeah, and then in 2016, I guess, getting to the radio station, was that kind of like a big leap for you? Like,
oh, for sure.
Like, this is like that stamp I needed to like get bigger gigs in the city.
I mean, before radio, I had big gigs. Like I used to do the Vikings stuff. So like,
okay, you
I was
still on that.
Yeah. So I still was like, I had big gigs before the radio came, but the radio gig kind of like solidified the corporate, like people can hear you all around the world, because you can download the app and people can hear you from wherever. You're talking to people that like are kind of building like a relationship with these people that might call in every day. That was like a different kind of feeling. Like it was, radio is completely different than what most people think, but it's fun, but it's a job and you got to be on point. So like, and I was like the youngest person there, so and that was definitely, getting on the radio was a big step in my career. So
I remember I've been to like the Go 95 station a few times before they closed, because I was doing some work with Twin City Tone back in the day, and I went to the State Fair or whatever, and you guys had the Go 95 booth, and that just shows that one fly has been bothering us for like 3 podcasts.
I think he likes me.
Even like the Go 95, the type of fans that you get from the radio station is completely different than like people are, how they're gonna know you in the clubs.
Exactly.
Like it's kids, it's families and their kids.
Yeah.
They want to come see you. Oh, you're the guy that we listen to in the mornings on the way to work and on to school and shit.
Exactly.
And they feel that type of connection with you. So I think like it's obviously like a very good brand move.
For sure. Like it's just funny things. Like I'll be on the radio, like I'll be talking like, my Snapchat got hacked. Like I was like talking about it randomly on the radio. Then I think we were at the State Fair. So and then these kids come out. They're probably like 15. They're like, "Yo, did you get your Snapchat back?" I'm like, those type of things. I'm just like, wow, like people really listening. You know what I mean? So like that, like stuff, like you catch on to that stuff, and they want to meet you, take pictures, and ask you about life. And it's completely different than being in a club. You don't talk to people at the club and have full conversations.
They just request music.
Yeah, or
maybe know your friend, maybe know you.
Yeah, or want to be in the booth or whatever. But the radio, that I love that radio world. So.
Yeah. So when did you get your first like? I'd say working with the Vikings is like a major gig.
Yeah.
When was like your first major gig, either like Vikings, Twins, or a big concert that you got to open up for or DJ for?
So my first concert ever was Meek Mill, Sci-Hi the Prince, and that was at Epic. Epic's closed now, but that was a big venue downtown. And I was going to college in North Dakota at the time, and I had to drive like 10 hours to come do this show. And it was like my first big concert in front of like a couple thousand people. And honestly, I did like a ton of concerts, and like when like Minneapolis wasn't so bad, but like I used to play at Myth all the time, Epic, not First Ave, Caboose, Fine Line. I did like a lot of concerts, Privé back in the day. So a lot of big shows, but Meek Mill, Sci-Hi the Prince was my first like big concert ever.
Is there one you've enjoyed the most so far? At least a few that you've enjoyed.
My favorite show, probably Future. When Dirty Sprite 2 had came out, it came out on a Friday, but he was booked here, and he came with DJ Esco, and I was opening, and so they were about to come on, but DJ Esco was like, "Yo, stay on stage and play this Future set with me." And so I'm on stage with Esco bringing Future out, but we're playing a bunch of old Future leading up to him coming out to the new stuff. And so it was just dope. He grabbed me like, yo, I need you to play off my laptop and play, this set while he MCs and gets the crowd hype. And that was probably like a big moment. It was sold out show at Myth, and it was huge. And then I connected with Esco ever since then. That was like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, and he came this year. Yeah. And that's kind of cool because he actually did that type of thing, but he brought his own DJ. There was a guy that was DJing and he was MCing, with all the Future songs. Yeah. Is there like I feel like the DJ community, everyone like really likes each other in the DJ community. Like it's like DJs come to town. It's like all of a sudden all the 6 DJs I know are all like with them, turning up. Like, is it like you guys like, I guess, connect well with each other, stay in touch with each other, see each other in different cities, tell each other to pull up to your club, stuff like that.
I mean, with the DJ world, you gotta connect with DJs because you never know what another DJ could do for you or what you could do for another DJ. So I've gotten out of town and some of the biggest shows from other DJs asking me, so like just I'll go to Miami, I'll be in the club, I'll somehow want to connect with the DJ somehow, some way, you know what I mean, and be like, yo, I'm from Minneapolis, blah blah blah. I might want to bring him up to a venue here that I'm DJing at, and then he might be like, okay, cool, and then I'll bring you down to my venue down here, and that's a good way to connect with DJs.
Spread the love, and then new venues like, oh, this guy's DJ'd here before, he's credible, I could
exactly
bring him back.
That kind of you build a lot off of that, with good people. Some people aren't as cool as others. Some people, they're bigger or, could be opportunists. Some people like, don't really want to show the love but get love, you know what I mean? So it's like, me, I'm all about showing love to other people, other DJs especially, because, I want everybody to win. So there's enough venues, enough music to play, enough business for everybody to work.
There's definitely enough venues. Yeah, speaking of venues, what do you enjoy? Maybe not your favorite venue out here, because I don't know if you want to even say that. I don't know if you don't, so don't get booked at the rest.
Hey, it's but
like,
good,
do you
man.
enjoy like the rooftop vibes, or you like like the underground vibes, or like what's kind of like, what do you like best?
Man, it's crazy. I like it all the best because I'll play at 7 Union Rooftop. I love being outside, because Minnesota, you can only be outside for so long. Here, I love that. But, I love playing at, like, a small hip-hop venue, like, say, when Honey was around. Like, I get to play different kind of music at different kind of places. Like, I might could drop a Dom Kennedy set at certain places that I really can't play at this place because this place kind of likes this music. I might could play house music or EDM at this venue that's not going to work at one other venue. You know what I mean? So I honestly like playing all over because my library is very like extensive. So it's like different venues, I get to show different music,
different theme nights,
different
and stuff
vibes,
like that.
You know what I mean? Or just even playing songs that I might not ever play for 5 years that like I forgot about this song, shit, let me play it, So I really, what I'm saying, I like playing it all over the place. So how much has the club scene changed since like you first began to like now? Is it like, I mean, because I'm only 22, so I'm still like pretty new to the club scene. Only 22?
Yeah.
Dang.
Like I was, I was getting into the clubs a little bit before I was 21 or whatever. I wasn't drinking though.
Yeah.
I was marketing tactic, put the X on my hands or whatever, drinking water.
Yeah.
You gotta, just for marketing purposes and trying to meet people, or networking. But how much, like, for me, it's kind of, when I go out, I feel like you see like it's the city's smaller than you think it is. Like you see the same people a lot doing the same things. But like, has it always been that way? It's just been like the same crowd for like the most part. Obviously, new people are gonna come every month, and then there's gonna be the new crowd. But.
Right. I mean, definitely have changed over the last 10 years. Just clubs opening, clubs closing, different club owners, the same club with a new owner, it switches up a little bit, you know what I mean? Or like, same club, same DJ that's been there forever, you know what I mean? It's constantly changing. I mean, the club scene used to be really, really fun back in the day when it wasn't so violent outside because, Minneapolis has been a little bit rough the last couple years.
Since COVID ended, it seems like everyone wanted to get outside.
Yeah, so, it used to be a lot more fun. It still is fun, don't get me wrong. But, like, it used to be a lot more like relaxed, laid back. It wasn't so uptight, or like people were scared to come outside, or like, you know what I'm saying? It switched up, and you know, there's certain venues that I wish that were still here that were more fun than others. You know what I'm saying? Certain club owners that used to be outside that, you know, kind of retired. You know, so it's switched up, you know, a lot. But with me, I'm gonna adapt to whatever I got to do because this is my profession and my place of business. So, you know, that's why I try to have other things going other than the clubs. That way it's not so dependent on that. You feel me?
If you were a club owner, would open a club, what would you do differently that none of the clubs kind of offer right now?
Ooh, man.
I seen like Rain, like they opened up and they you know, they added the signs, the lights, the smoke, you know, the laser beams. Like I think that was good for the city, but obviously it's only one club out of how many, and it's in Uptown, so it's a little out the way. But.
And I mean, most clubs used to be like that. You feel me? Like they brought a little different for sure. Rain's really nice, man. And so shout out to those guys over there. But like Aqua had all of that stuff back in the day, you know, and was a dope club. Like I would bring, if I opened a club, I would bring it back to kind of how Rain is doing. I would have a light guy, you know what I mean? A dope MC, of course, a dope DJ, the best equipment, the best sound, the best security, the best bottle girls, and the best service. You know what I mean? Some people forget about that. Like when they're running a venue nowadays, they forget about service and customer service, you know, making sure people are good, not just dropping their bottles off, coming back 30 minutes later to check on them. And you know what I mean, they might want to order another bottle in the next 10-15 minutes, you know, and you didn't forgot about them, now they want to leave, you know. So it's just customer service, keeping people safe, happy, you know what I mean, making sure the venue is nice and you know what I mean, keeping it 100.
There's one video clip from my first vlog. I think it was probably the first time I ever met you. My first time ever in Union. That's when I met Keese and like Cam and YP and all them. We were there for Chemo's birthday. Okay. And he sprayed the bottle, right? And you were DJing. I caught your face. I could probably show you the clip on the face. But you were like hiding your camera, and we were like, that ain't it. That ain't. You said that ain't it. 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 And I started using it as like a meme for the longest, like when I first started. But leading into that question, I want to say, like, what is like the craziest shit you've seen in the club off of just like, not like, you know, like spraying a bottle and like maybe wrecking your DJ stuff? I'd say it's pretty like,
oh yeah, I've definitely got my computer wrecked before.
But like, have you seen like, I don't know, people just breaking bottles? I mean, obviously fights happen, but like, what's kind of like the loosest shit you've seen happen in the clubs?
I could say some dangerous stuff. I could say I've seen people get shot inside the club, so you know that's pretty. I know I hate to talk about it, but I mean it is reality. It's happened. It happened a couple times, but that for sure is probably one of the craziest things. Been at a concert and someone getting killed in the club. And so that's definitely like one of the craziest things. But like funny, goofy things I see all the time, like. I mean, it can vary. I've seen some crazy things. I can't even think of a good one right now to tell you, to be honest.
Has there ever been a guy that just ran up the check, and then when it comes to pay the check, card don't work or some shit?
Oh, I've seen it all. Yeah, then the cops get called and they go to jail. Damn. I've seen that before. I mean, the list goes long of like different things that I've seen at the club. I've seen people jump off couches, do backflips, face plant, doing dumb stuff, like dumb shit all the time I see. And I mean, sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's annoying because then people are like, what the hell is going on? Like, why the fuck are people doing goofy ass shit? And then like, we're going somewhere else, you know what I mean? Like, stupid shit could end the party, you know what I mean? Or ruin the vibe.
What's your drink of choice when you like to go out? Because I know usually they'll bring the DJ a couple drinks while they're DJing or whatever.
Tequila. Tequila.
On the Casamigos wave, or was it?
Of course. I mean,
what was it before Casamigos?
Yes, good question. You know, it's crazy. Over like the 10 years of being in the club, I used to be like Ciroc for sure. Then I went on this whiskey binge, like Crown Royal Jameson, I don't know. And then I like got off that. Then it was like Patron for like a long time. Patron, and then like De Leon, then like Casamigos, and then it was Casamigos and like 42 Azul. And then it's kind of just been Casamigos, 42 Azul.
Casamigos is nice.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's very smooth. I mean, at this point, I feel like I could drink so much of it. It's getting ridiculous.
First time I had it was at J. Monty's crib at the old Honor Room.
Yeah, of course.
The first time I ever had it, we went there to record some music or whatever, and yeah, he had it. I was like, damn, this I don't even like. I was like, I said I don't drink tequila, and he's like, just try it. And I tried it, and I was like, damn, this shit's not normal tequila.
Yeah, the Reposado is just it's smooth. Like first time I had it, I was at Sneaky Pete's. And the bartender, I was like, order Patron. He's like, try this Casamigos. And ever since then, it's like, man, it's around. But, you know, they've been running out of a lot of it lately.
That's what I heard. It's like a shortage.
Yeah, it's a shortage like on everything in life right now.
I have this graphic I posted.
Yeah.
Let's see, September. It's like a month ago now.
Yeah.
It's about, you got $15 to have a good birthday weekend.
Oh, yeah. I seen
that. I'm going to put the flyer on the screen so they can see it and they can interact with it. But I want you to choose.
Yeah, that was legendary. I shared this.
Spend your $15.
My $15. Yeah. So, man. Honestly, though, some of these $5 ones, you know, should be in the $7 range. I'm gonna just keep it 100 because I DJ at 2 of the $5 ones. So, you know what? I'm going to go Union 7 because, you know, it's crazy. I've thrown my birthday parties there the last 3 years at Union and 7, like all in one weekend. Mm-hmm. So that's $10. Mm-hmm. Oh, damn, I'm over.
You got $15 though. So you got $5 left.
I know. I'm trying to get one of these $7.
Oh, yeah, you can't go over.
So we gonna go $5 at with 7. And we'll go... Damn. Okay, I got this. $5 with 7. $7 with Gold Room. And then I'm going to do $3 with The Loop.
Okay. That's a good choice.
But, you know, man. Yeah, we're going to have to keep it at that. You chose Deja Vu, huh?
I never even been to a strip club. I'm laughing.
No? Oh, man.
We're supposed to do something at the downtown cabaret.
They got good food.
That's what I heard.
Strip clubs got good food.
They got Taco Tuesdays or something over there.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Tonight. Let me know what's up.
I have heard. We're trying to tap in more with like strip club stuff, do stuff that other people just haven't been doing as much.
Right.
Do some like rapper events there.
Yeah, that's dope.
Stuff like that. Trying to tap in.
Keep it funky.
What do you enjoy doing mostly right now? Like shows, concerts, sporting events, weddings.
DJing. Honestly, I've been traveling. Like so, I just DJed in Las Vegas a couple months ago. I DJed in Tampa. Vegas was a club. I did 2 clubs in Vegas. Then I DJed the Big 3. I don't know if you know what that is. Ice Cube's basketball league.
You like at the game?
Yeah, at the game.
Did they
DJing.
come here or you traveled?
No, I was in Vegas. So I was in Vegas booked for a club. And my boy DJ Ski, he plays for the Vikings as well. DJs for the Vikings as well. And he hit me like, yo, if I see you're going to be in Vegas, you want to do the Big 3. So I went and checked it out. Kanye pulled up. it was
Is
dope.
That when you came out the Sprinter? Was that video?
That was I was headed to the club that night, but that was that weekend. So yeah, it was a legendary weekend. Shout out to my boy Croc. So yeah, that was cool. I honestly love traveling. Like I'm actually going to St. Louis this weekend to DJ, but traveling is always fun. I was doing the Twins game. We did the end of the season. That was fun too. You know, I like just doing different things. You know what I mean? Seeing kids dance. You know, seeing parents dance. You know, an older crowd, a younger crowd. You know what I mean? Club stuff is every week, so it's the same thing. You know what I mean? When you get the other bookings, maybe just an out-of-town gig is different because I'm not used to those faces. I'm not used to that club, that crowd. So that's always going to be fun. Sporting events are always cool because you're in front of thousands of people. Like you DJ Vikings game, you're in front of 60,000 people. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's always going to be fun. And so I just like traveling mostly. Sporting events are cool though. I do like that's probably like my favorite thing to do is DJ a sporting event. So.
What about holidays? I know we got the Halloween one coming up.
Halloween's always fun. I'm not that creative with costumes.
I just seen the
SpongeBob joint.
SpongeBob one. Yeah,
that was cool. Like 3 years ago, that was probably my coolest costume of my whole life.
It's fun.
But like,
definitely a good time.
It's like I have to DJ like 3 Halloween parties, so it's like trying to come up with 3 cool costumes is like hard. Probably like 4 Halloween parties half the time. So it's like coming up with costumes are just rough. But one person that does do dope costumes, Life of Keys. He always comes with something crazy.
The Popeyes, he did. I mean, even like they're not even costumes necessarily, but like when he does like the pictures, like where he looks like Lizzo or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the McDonald's thing where he's laying in the bath.
Yeah, he's always got some creative stuff, and I wish I could think of that creative stuff, but you know, I just keep it basic.
Was there any promoters that like took you under your wing and was like, I'm gonna have you DJ every night here for a few months?
Of course. I would definitely start. It started like with Black and White Entertainment back in the day. Then I got into Aqua. Then that was Sunday nights, and this dude Vel Promotion was promoting. Then me and Keith started working really heavy. And I mean, when you could say promoter, or you could say really clubs too, because like, you know, Aqua took me on, and then Prive, Nabil, and Hamza took me on. Amir from Monarch, or G when it was Spades, you know, like the list goes on. I mean, me and Keith, we probably worked the longest. DJ Advance and Three Way, I can't even forget about them. I worked with them for years. They wanted me to work with them every Thursday when they had Gold Room Thursdays. It was not Gold Room the club, but at Spades. You're a little bit too younger to probably know that.
Gold Room?
It was called Gold Room Thursdays before Gold Room was ever a club, but it was at the Spades nightclub. So I worked with them for a long time. And honestly, like, I might work with a different person different nights. You know, I might work with DJ Advance Three Way Thursday. Friday I might work with Life of Keys. Saturday I might be at Prive. Sunday I'll be at Aqua, you know, like, so different nights, you know what I mean? But I worked with a lot of different good people, and that put me on. Jenny, me and Jenny been working together since for 8 years, but then she really started doing her own thing and putting me on for a long time now. Like the last 5 years we've been working, so I really work with everybody, man. A lot of people put me on and put me in great positions, man. I'm very appreciative of it, because you know, that actually furthered my career from the beginning. People ask me, like, how did I get on so fast? And it was just like working with people that were kind of established, that like took me under, like, and put me on. You know what I mean? Because it's about who you know in this world. That's how I live life. Because if you could have the dopest talent, dopest skills, but if you don't know nobody to get it out there, you know what I mean? It might take longer to get you in a position rather than if you do know somebody.
That's what I try to preach to a lot of music artists. Like, just get out and meet people, or like people will be like, oh, I'm not on the show, I'm not going to go, or, you know, they just don't feel like going out if they're not, you know, booked to be on something. A lot of times you just got to go out. Like we go to a lot of shows and just meet people, especially when we first started, like just going out and doing free videos for people, photos for people.
Right, yeah.
You just got to get out and do it.
I used to see you all the time, man, carrying that GoPro, getting that content, man.
Bringing that shit everywhere.
Man, you got to, man.
But yeah, like you said, people say, how'd you blow up so fast? But like you just kind of told me you've been working for a while. It doesn't just come so fast. You know?
No, yeah, I definitely put the work in for sure. Consistency for sure. Playing every week, getting booked every week. There's definitely been down times too. You know, not as booked or not as busy. You know, winter would hit, and I wouldn't be getting like gigs on a Thursday. But now, I mean, I work Thursdays now, but like, you know, time varies. You know what I mean? When the seasons change, people are partying all summer. I'm DJing day stuff, night stuff. Then the winter hits, it might just be night stuff. You know what I mean? But then I might have a corporate gig that makes up for a day party that I'm used to doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it definitely varies.
What's life outside of DJing? Because obviously you said Thursday through Sunday you might be booked, but you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is that recovery time, or is that you got other alleys of fun and business?
So when I was on the radio, it was never no downtime. I DJ'd 7 days a week. So that was I didn't mind it, but then it was like, when is it time for me to, you know what I mean, get my own time, you know what I mean? I got kids too, you know, I got 2 daughters. So, you know what I mean? That's what my life is like during the week, you know, kids. And even like I'll work a Friday night, I might have my kids Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings too, you know what I mean? So my downtime is really like never, because you know, I got to be
a parent.
Yeah, you got to be a parent. My downtime probably be at night when I'm playing Call of Duty or, you know, watching TV shows or just chilling, you know what I mean? But sometimes Monday through Wednesday I might bike, I might do something chill, you know what I mean? Take my kids to an indoor play park or something like that, you know? So, you know, I really never get that much time to chill. It's always something going on.
Have the kids seem to grow interest in your job and want to learn how to DJ or what music's all about just yet?
Not really. I always let them play with my equipment sometimes, but they're never like, oh, I want to be a DJ. Yeah. I try not to like force things onto them. I want them to do their own things. You know what I mean? I want them to, whatever makes them happy, what they like.
There's so many things you can do nowadays to make money.
Literally, so like my oldest daughter, she's like, I want to be a clothing designer. I'm like, really? Right? You know what I mean? Go for it. You know, it's a lot of money in fashion. Yeah. So I just let them do their thing. Yeah.
So is there anything else you'd like to let them know before we sign it out?
I mean, check this podcast out. Make sure you follow me on the socials, man. Shout out Water Wave. And man, we got bigger things coming. So
Halloween bash, right?
Yeah.
Got that coming.
Stay tuned. This fly like me.
It does. It hasn't even came over here. It's crazy. That's literally only the one because there's only one fly. I was in here last night too, and I tried to kill it.
But we gotta let him hang out.
He about to be part of the episode.
Straight up.
But yep, like, subscribe, all that. Tap in with RayMills. See where he's DJing at. You're always good with letting people know where you're at.
Oh yeah, check the Instagram all the time.
Tap in if you live in Minneapolis and you haven't touched the club scene yet. You're missing out. It's fun.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, actually, one last question: what other cities do you like to do best? Like, I know Arizona's like a hot spot.
I like Chicago. Chicago's cool. Vegas was cool. I'll probably say Chicago. I used to DJ in Chicago a lot pre-COVID. But
yeah, I need to get out to more clubs. I've traveled a little bit, but like I said, I'm still a little freshly into the club scene. Yeah. So it's like I've gone to a lot of different places, but I haven't gone to a lot of places, differed
I've DJed in New York, Mexico, Cabo, Mexico, Tampa, Florida, Houston, Chicago, LA, Las Vegas, Arizona, Iowa, all the surrounding states, South Dakota, North Dakota, Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah. I mean, I've been everywhere.
You ever do multiple? I know this is like a thing for maybe like the bigger DJ names, like the huge ones, but they do like on New Year's nights, they'll do like
3 clubs.
Yeah, they'll do like one club because it's midnight over there, and then it's midnight over there an hour later, and then it's a midnight over there.
Yeah.
Have you ever did two clubs in one night? For like,
I've done 3 clubs in one night. Okay. Say I'm like when I DJ Chicago, shout out my boy Cy Young in the DJ firm. They'll have me DJ like 10 to 12 at one spot, then like 12 to 2 at one spot, then 3 to 5 at one spot. Yeah. Like it's fun, different demographics of crowds, and like you know what I mean, that type of stuff. But they're open a lot later than we are. Even here, I might like Sundays, I might open at 7, walk across the street at 9, and do Union. You know what I mean? I've done 3 clubs here. I might do 4 events in a day sometimes. You know what I mean? I have a crazy work schedule sometimes.
You gotta be dedicated.
I've done 3 stadiums in a week. So
gotta be dedicated.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, thank you for coming on. Tap in with everybody. Like, subscribe, share this. More interviews on the way. More DJ interviews on the way. We're gonna tap in with everybody.
Word up.